It's time, everybody. Hello. Hello, and welcome to Wifey Wednesday. It is your girl, Michelle Kanan. I am also known as the Satisfied Wife. How freaking cool is that? I built a whole business out of being satisfied and helping powerful women like you, like me, be super, super satisfied in all aspects of our lives, our businesses, and most especially in our relationships. Because what's the point of all of this success, all of this money, all this pleasure, if we're not loved? If we don't have amazing relationships, if we don't feel good when the cameras are off, when the social media is put away. So I see people are popping on live now. If you're here, say hi, and welcome to Wifey Wednesday. Let me know if you're watching, if you are in a relationship, right? So if you're a wifey, I want you to let me know, wifey, type wifey in the comments. If you are a partner, a fiance, if you are one of my single ladies, type single lady in the comments and let me know what's your relationship status, if you're looking, if you're dating. Also, if you're in a relationship, let me know how many years you've been in a relationship. Let's celebrate, because whether it's 1 month or 50 years, shit's so crazy out in the world right now. So if you are in a partnership with an incredible human being, or someone that used to feel incredible but things aren't like they are right now, don't worry, I got you. I'm a relationship success coach. I am here to share my wisdom. That's what I do every Wednesday. That's why it's Wifey Wednesdays, and that's why I'm here. So I'm seeing people popping on. Amanda is a wifey. Share with me, let me know what is going on with you, okay? And what we're going to be doing today in this video, this is a super important video, is I'm going to break apart a limiting belief that you might have as a powerful woman, as a successful woman, as a goal getter, as a go-getter, someone that is making her dreams come true. A lot of us boss babes, a lot of us powerful go-getter women, right? We've been taught things about men. We've been taught a lot of limiting beliefs, like men don't like successful women, right? Raise your hand or leave a comment if you were taught men don't like successful women, men feel threatened by a woman that makes a lot of money or that makes more money than he does. A lot of us are up leveling in our lives, but then we're finding that there are rifts happening in the relationship. So this is a safe space, first of all, totally judgment free. The reason that we're talking about all this stuff is not just so that, we gossip or complain, but so that we can have a different experience in our relationships, because I want every woman to have a relationship with her man that feels as sexy and satisfying and successful as the business you're building, as the life that you're building, as the legacy that you're building. And I want you to know how to do it as a power couple, feeling like super powerful, super connected, super supported, and totally in sync with your man. Because if you're lucky enough to be in a relationship, that relationship should be working for you. You should feel like you're working really together with your man. You should be happy. He should be happy. And it's totally, totally possible. But if you feel like you're struggling, or if it feels like maybe the spark isn't there like it used to be, right? Like, or a lot of your energy or your attention or your creativity is going towards the business that you are building, and it feels like you don't have enough for your relationship, or things are shifting in relationship, or for a lot of women, stuff with building a business feels so empowering, like feels so good, right? That it's easy for all of your attention and your energy to go to your business, and it feels like you don't have enough at the end of the day for your man, for your family. You feel like you're never have that kind of balance, right? Who here feels like it's always like another shoe's going to drop, or there's something that you're missing out on, or you never have enough time? Or some of my clients, when they start working with me, they say, I wish that there was a clone of me. I wish that we had another wife. There was a second one of me that could help me and could help my husband with everything. If you feel that way, obviously you're not alone, but I also want you to know that it can be totally, totally different. So for those of you guys that are popping on now, say hi. Let me know again if you are a wifey, if you are a girlfriend, if you're a fiance, or if you're a single woman, let me know in the comments. I want to know who I'm talking to and what your relationship status is. And also for you to know that this is a video for everybody. It doesn't matter if you are single, if you're divorced, if you've been in a partnership for many years or very few years. What I'm going to teach you today about why and what is the real reason why being a boss isn't helping your relationship, actually might be feeling like your relationship is struggling, okay? And what you can do about it, what you can easily do about it in a way that feels really good for you and that feels really good for your partner as well. So listen, let's be totally honest with each other. Leave me a comment, leave me in like an emoji, raise your hand, don't be shy. If you're feeling like sometimes it's challenging to, be on top of everything, if like you have this dream vision for what your life and for what your relationship can be like, but it doesn't always work out in every day, right? Because there's only 24 hours in the day. And for hopefully you're getting at least 8 or 7 hours a day of rest and sleep. And maybe you're taking some breaks and you want some time for you and you want some time for your business. And maybe it feels like you don't have enough time for your relationship. Maybe it feels like you don't have enough time to take care of yourself, so you can't show up the way that you want to in your relationship. Let me know if it ever feels for you like time is a challenge, or if maybe energy is a challenge for you, okay? Because what I want you to know, what I want you to understand is that you can go from that place of feeling pulled in too many different directions and and go into a place where you feel like, sorry, my daughter's screaming up the stairs. Hey, babe. Right? This is the wife life, mompreneur life over here. This is it in action right now. I have a 2.5-year-old. Also, let me know in the comments if you're a mompreneur, if you have a little one at home too. Y'all know the struggle is real. Hey, Dan, can you have her stop yelling up the stairs, please? See, real life in action. My husband's downstairs. He's helping while I'm up here. Y'all, I live this stuff too. I live this relationship and business juggle every day too, right? Millie says, happens to me all the time, and mine is 9 years old. Thank you. See, this is why I'm not even like ashamed about it or like, I'm nervous about it all, because this is just real life, right? I'm going through this just as much as you're going through this too, okay? The difference is I had a huge evolution in my relationship and in my business too, because for a long time, and I've been an entrepreneur for almost a decade. I've also been with my husband for almost a decade too. For a long time, it felt much harder. It felt like there was a lot more of a struggle. And it felt like the more energy and attention I had on my business, and the more that that was growing and successful, the more distant I felt from my partner, the more struggles we had in our relationship. It felt like I was constantly being pulled in two different directions, right? Like, do I want my professional life to succeed, or do I want my personal life to succeed? And it always felt like I could never have both. And this is something that I see a lot of women struggle with. A lot of my clients, when they start working with me, they're struggling with that too. If that's something that you experience, be honest, leave it in the comments. Let me know what that pull feeling might be like for you, or if it feels like you never have enough time or resources, attention to do both. I totally understand. But what happens for my clients, right, is they're able to make a really beautiful internal shift within themselves that I'm going to be teaching you about today, that helps them not have to change anything, not have to change their schedules, not have to change their responsibilities, not have to change all the different like needs and things that they have to do every day. But it's an internal shift that we get to make as women that allows us to feel differently in our day-to-day lives, and to make a shift from feeling overwhelmed, or like we don't have enough time, or like everything is piling up all around us, or that the weight of the world is on our shoulders, into a flow of things feel really good, and a trust that everything is going to work out for us, everything is going to be taken care of, that we are fully supported, that everything is working out. Like, one of my favorite things to tell my clients, to remind them, to remind myself too, is it's all happening, that everything is happening, that everything is working out. And the shift that needs to happen, and this is what I want to share with you today, because I want you to have that kind of feeling. Like, it's really hard for me. I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but I see so many articles and so many posts. I even saw a a whole TikTok channel of a woman that is really pissed off at her husband. Like, and she is basically documenting all the ways that he's not showing up, that he's not cleaning up, that he's not meeting her as a partner. And it's this whole secret TikTok channel she shares where she's resentful of him and complaining about him and about the partner that he isn't being. And all of these other women are commenting like, that's my marriage and that's my relationship, and men suck, and complaining and gossiping and angry. And it's that kind of energy, and that is actually part of the pattern of why so many women are feeling stuck and feeling like we can't get what we want from our man, why he's not supportive enough, why he's not helping in their business, and why they're feeling limited in the amount of success that you can have. Because if your partner at home isn't helping, right, and you feel like you have to do it all on your own and then some, and you never have time and you never have understanding, and it feels like you're putting out a million fires and no one is helping you, then of course so many women are like, well, what's the point of being in a relationship, right? But if you are lucky enough to be in a relationship, what I want you to know is that you can have the experience of being a real power couple, right? So I have my free power couple masterclass that if you shoot me a DM, or if you just say, I want the masterclass in the comment, like, I'm happy to send it to you, because I want every woman to have the kind of shift that I'm going to share with you right now. Okay. I want you to claim, right? I want you to even write in the comments right now, like, I claim a supportive relationship. I claim a relationship that supports me in my success. Because all you have to do in order to feel, right, like you can have it all in your business and you get to have it all in your relationship, in your personal life, is make an internal shift that I want to be sharing with you today. And it's something that I needed to learn how to do, because what I was doing was focusing so much time and so much attention and so much energy on my success and on growing my business, that the kind of energy that I started to embody, the hustle energy, the push energy, the grind energy, the just one more thing before I close the computer, the always being on my cell phone, the never ending tasks and to-do lists and being in the DMs and getting things done. Because y'all, social media doesn't stop, right? And when you own a business, your to-do list never stops. There's always something else that you can do. And the issue isn't that you're a boss. The issue isn't that you're building a business. The issue isn't that you have big dreams and big goals and want to make lots of money and, whatever it is, that dream that you want for yourself. That's not the problem at all. The problem is the energy that we're using in our businesses to be bosses, to be on top of everything, to dominate everything, to get everything handled. That kind of energy, it starts to seep into our relationships, and we don't know how to transition, right? We don't know how to go from feeling like the boss in our business to letting that go, so that our partners, so that our husbands, so that our boyfriends can step up and support us and take care of us and show up for us in the way that we really want, and also that he really wants too. Remember, you're in a partnership. It's so cool. You're in a partnership, you're in a relationship. But most of us, especially now that so many of us are working from home and there's so many blurred lines, right? Like, when am I working? When am I not working? What are my office hours? Like, it's almost sometimes seems like we're working or all the time, or we're busy all the time. There aren't those rituals. There aren't those ways of shifting our energy that take us out of being in boss mode all the time, which is so good, right? We want to be in boss mode. We want to dominate. We want to sign our clients. We want to get those promotions. We want those success stories. We want those dollar bills in our bank account. Of course we do. But over time, what happens is we stop realizing, we stop learning how to shift our energy from being in that grind energy all the time. And it's so much energy. Y'all know, those of you that are tired, that feel burnt out, that feel overwhelmed, that feel like it's never ending, it's so much energy to do that. we never learn rituals. We never learn tools to take our energy out from boss lady and into receiver, into wife, into let me lean back, right? We're so busy leaning in all the time. Let me lean back and receive and get everything that I want. We're taking that boss energy out of business and bringing it into our relationships, bringing it into our home life, and then we're exhausted, and then we're resentful, and then we feel like it's not fair. And the truth is, it's not fair. But the hard truth is that we're part of that equation. We're part of making that relationship reality, that dynamic. So, what's really cool about this is you get to stop doing that. You get to stop doing that today. It's so cool. You get to decide right now that you don't have to be the boss when you don't want to be. But for a lot of women, the fear is, if I get out of boss mode, if I'm not on top of everything, if I'm not managing the calendar, the to-do list, if I'm not constantly have my eyeballs all over everything, that everything's going to fall apart. That's the deeper fear that a lot of women don't know. A lot of powerful women don't know how to stop being in control, and that kind of high that we get from being in charge of everything, being in control of everything, becomes an addiction and starts to affect our relationship and create the dynamic with our partner that we say that we hate, but that we don't know how to step out of. Okay. But I want you to have hope. Okay. I want you to understand that you have the full power. You don't have to wait for your man to be different. You don't have to wait for your man to show up differently. You don't have to wait for him or manage him or ask him or boss him. That's the really fucking cool part. You don't have to do that, right? It's so disempowering actually when we put ourselves in a position where we have to rely on somebody else or force somebody else to do something in order for us to be happy or in order for us to get what we want. That's the secret. You get to start showing up in that energy now. You get to start shifting that now. And the really cool thing about it is that it's all about feeling good. Yeah, it's all about feeling juicy. It's all about allowing yourself to get into the energy of receiving. See how I'm like leaning back right now, of receiving everything that you want so that that space can be created for you to have it without the hustle, without the grind, without the push. And what happens when my clients make this shift, right? What happens when you make this shift is that it's really mind-blowing because it's not logical, right? Your brain is like, what? That's not how this shit works. But this isn't a logical process. And that's why, if you've been relying on your logic, it hasn't been working before. When you make this energetic shift, what starts to happen is that your man starts doing things. Your man starts responding to the different energy that you are showing up with. Your man starts to respond to this different energy inside of you, and he starts to show up different. He starts to meet you in this place of creating with you instead of responding to you taking the initiative, you managing everything, you organizing everything, you being the leader all of the time. Now, look, if you have a dynamic where you like being the leader, where you like being in charge, where you like being the boss, the general, do you? Totally cool. Totally cool. I don't care what what makes you happy. Like if that's what makes you happy, that's what I want for you. It's perfect. But if your relationship dynamic isn't working for you, if you feel like you have to be in control and it's exhausting and you're doing too much emotional labor and that you don't want to be the one in charge, that you don't want to wear the pants all the time, that you really wish that he can be that rock for you, that you can lean on him, that he can be the leader, that he can step up, that you can trust him. The really cool thing is that once you make this energetic shift in your relationship and in your home and your personal life, that's literally what starts to happen. You don't have to tell him, you don't have to remind him, you don't have to manage it, you don't have to go through like huge communication about it. It's like the easiest thing in the world. And the whole secret is about feeling super good. And that's what I want. That's what I want for every woman. I want you to feel so super good, because if you've ever heard the expression happy wife, happy life, that's what it means. When you feel good, when your energy is turned on, when you are in your radiance, and part of that means when you are receiving, when you are open to getting everything that you want, especially in your relationship with your man, everything starts to change, and your man gets to start to show up as a hero, as a king, as a real partner for you, because you are in your goddess energy, in your queen energy, in your receiving energy. The sun is shining right now. And that's what I want you to experience. So if you want that, if you want to learn how to shift your energy, I have an incredible tool that I teach you in my Ignite Your Intimacy masterclass. I brought it out of the vaults. It's one of my best tools. It is called Lazy Lover. Yes, because I like being lazy, right? We do enough all day long. I like to be lazy, to lean back, to receive it all, to feel good. I want you to learn how to activate that lazy lover energy inside of you, which is just an invitation to be juicy, to be connected to your inner radiance. Because when you are in that zone, that is when the masculine starts to meet you. That is when your man starts to step up. That is when all of those things, all of those seeds that you planted start to take root and blossom. And you are the vessel for that. You are the creatrix for that. So you get that all inside of my Ignite Your Intimacy masterclass. It's only $97 for right now. This isn't some like crazy investment. Shoot me a DM and I will get it to you. Or if you have any questions about that, I'll just drop the link and I'll share it with you. And you get a bonus live Q&A and coaching call with me on October 4th with a group of goddesses that are amazing. The women that do this masterclass get instant results. I'm not even joking. You could be unshowered, you can be smelly, you can be, your hair gross, like you can feel so gross. But when you're in this energy, your man will be instantly attracted to you. Your man will instantly meet you. He will be doing things that you were begging him to do for months, for weeks, that you even gave up. You're like, he'll never do that. He'll start to show up and do all of those things for you. And you don't have to be the boss. That's the brilliant part of it, because you don't want to be in that energy with your man. You don't want to be dominating him. You don't want to be controlling him all the time. Why would you? It doesn't feel good for him. It doesn't feel good for you. And that's the point. It's all of those little things that you're doing that don't feel good for you, that are part of that cycle that you hate. So this is a beautiful invitation for you to get out of that cycle, to stop showing up in an energy that doesn't feel good for you in your relationship. And that's what I want for you, to be able to stop being the boss if you don't want to be, to let your man step up, and to really focus on shifting your inner energy, feeling juicy, allowing yourself to receive what you want. Because if you are the boss all the time, if you are in control all the time, if you are in dom mode all of the time, that means that you are not in your receiving mode. That means that you are not in your trust place. That means there is no space actually for your man to show up and step up in the way that you want him to, and that he wants to also. So don't worry if you've been stuck in this pattern. I was stuck in this pattern for many years, for like over 30 years. I was stuck in that zone, emasculating partners, not trusting men, always being the leader, feeling like it was always me taking the initiative, always doing everything first. And honestly, like, I hated it, but I had to learn how to be the one to make the shift. I had to finally take responsibility for what I was doing in that dynamic. And that's the opportunity that I'm giving you here, because it feels so good to be able to chill. It feels so good to lean back and to know that you are fully supported by your man, that he is taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of, so you can focus on what you really want to do, what really feels good to you, what really lights you the fuck up. And that's all your man wants. He wants you to be lit up, juicy, receiving. He wants to give it to you. And I want to show you how you can let him. So connect with me, pop into my DMs, ask me for the link. I'll share it with you there. My toddler is calling for my attention, so I'm going to go give it to her. I love you all. Connect with me, friend me. And if you know a woman that's struggling with this, we all have girlfriends, right, that complain about their man, complain about their partner, complain about what he isn't doing. Tag her, share this video with her, invite her, and invite yourself to learn how to get into this energy that is actually, it's inside of you already. We're just holding on so tight to being in control that we don't know how to relax and receive, to lean back instead of leaning in all the time. And that's the shift that I want you to learn how to make, because you need it. It's a hard world out there. There's so much stuff going on. I want you to be so fully satisfied in your relationship and get it all from your man. That's what he wants for you too. That's what he wants to do too. So I'm loving you guys so much, and I will see you in my DMs. Bye.